Next week, Buffy returns to Monday night.
The dark forces are aligning against us, and we have a chance to beat them back.
In a world of evil, where anyone can turn on you.
What's he doing here?
Who can the chosen one trust?
I just thought I'd warn you.
The hit sensation the New York Times calls the most promising new series on television. Next week, an all-new Buffy the Vampire Slayer on its regular night Monday.
Hey guys, welcome to yet another live stream on Balloon Hit Productions. I'm your master of ceremonies for this time around. Hell, I'm a master of ceremonies for every time around. My name is Marcelo Nostroza, and this morning, or depending on what time you're watching this video, I will be watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1, episode... Just give me a moment, because I forgot the episode number. No, but I'll be watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1, the episode entitled "Never Kill a Boy on a First Date." I don't quite know what episode number that is, but I think it could be 6, maybe, possibly. Don't quote me, guys. It's a bit early. I just kind of woke up and felt this need to stream at almost 3 in the morning, my time on the East Coast. So you'll have to forgive me for that. But if you haven't been here for one of my live streams before, what I do is in about a minute, I'm going to click off this and go over to American Hulu for me. And once I'm over there, I will count down from 3. And when I say play, that will give you an opportunity at home to sync up your copy of this episode with me if you choose to watch along with me. So that's the way that I do it normally here. So with that, I'm going to turn off my camera now. As I turn off the camera. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. I don't know about you, but there's nothing quite like waking up to a Slayer kicking ass in a graveyard. Come on, guys. Is there anything better? There's nothing better. And of course, somebody always has to give you notes on your slang and how it's going, you know? Damn Giles. He can never take a win a good win when he sees one in front of his face. But although plunge and move on is a great uh is a is a great euphemism, plunge and move on. Oh shit, look who it is. Punch Mouth again, the master. Oh fuck, not this kid again. God damn it. Well, I won't spoil it, but if you guys know who the Anointed is, that kid that kid is a big fucking pain in the ass. Seriously, I don't know what the writers were thinking about with the Anointed one. Ugh. But I do like it in this episode that there's a big, sort of misdirection when it comes to who the Anointed One ends up being in the long run, so, I do like that. By the way, guys, if you're watching this, I assume that you have seen the show before, so, every once in a while, I'll just give spoilers to storylines that are up and coming or things that ev or things that have not even happened yet, so that's the way I roll, so you know what? I love how the master punishes his his grunglings with, like 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 hilarious acts of violence. Like he's reading from this ancient book, and then he chooses to stop to just drive home the point. If his grumlings don't bring him the anointed the way they're supposed to, they'll be held to pay. So I love the master for how deliciously inventive he is with his punishments for people. Of course, the opening fanfare, that's wonderful, yeah. A sun and 3 stars is quite random if you ask me. So for them to so for Buffy and Giles to pull out the na oh, well, forget it, it's right there in the book. Win-win. Oh, look at this, mysterious boyfriend that after this episode we'll never hear from again. Also, I kinda like this I kinda this idiot, Owen, because he's like he's such a fucking well, you'll see if you've never seen this episode before, but he is such a fucking poser, and he's obsessed with a particular thing that, I can relate to. I'll just say that much to not sort of put myself in that pile of being obsessed with that one thing, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. Can a fucking beautiful blonde girl with a nice dress scene bookworm me? Come on. Come on, Buff, you're stretching it, would you just imagine what would happen if he would have saw that book? But you know what? Knowing him, he might have been more excited to possibly date the Buster if he would have saw that book. But again, spoilers, we'll get there, guys. Don't worry. Spoilers, we'll get there. Yes, he's quite an asshole. Well, he's 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 not a he's not an asshole. He's just odd. That's a good question, guys. What the hell is kale? I have no idea what kale is. Well, how about this? How did the, um shit, I lost what I was gonna say, guys. Oh, smooth buff, very smooth. Of course, Cordy would be interested in the guy that Buffy's interested in this episode. Classic. Oh, I understood that reference. Look at that. Back when I first saw this episode, I had no idea what that reference was about, but, um, since I've seen this movie since the last time I saw this episode, I totally understand that reference. Buffy Buffy not understanding fun is, mm, quite, uh, quite incorrect. She understands fun, but she doesn't understand normal fun, let's just say that much. What? What's very big, Giles? Oh, yeah, well, a violent and very destructive prophecy is about to be fulfilled. Giles, don't you know it's, like, just Tuesday here at the Hellmouth? No. Although, he is abusing sarcasm, but it's funny sarcasm, at least. At least it's not hurtful sarcasm. Buff, if you don't save the world, there won't be any more cute guys for you to date, possibly. I love the setup here by writers, right? Giving Giles that really, really, uh, really, dramatic speech, and then having Buffy and Giles just sit by a, um, a statue in the graveyard is just great. Very very well then, follow your hormones. That made me think, has there ever been, like, a cereal box with with Buffy's face on it, and on the back, it would show you all the hazards of being a slayer? I think that would be a cool I think that would have been like I think that would have been, like, a cool tie-in for the show to do when the show was still on the air, like, it would have been really cool, like, uh, to have, like, a cereal box with Buffy's face on the front, and then on the back, you put all the hazards and all the dangers of being the chosen one and being the slayer instead of, like, uh, required things that you put on the back of a cereal box. This setup is a great, misdirection because you're thinking that this guy is the anointed one, and this guy is the one that the master's looking forward to meeting, but you might be wrong by believing that aspect. Again, it's a great setup and, misdirection. God damn it, Cordy, do you just have to swoop in and steal all the boys? What's wrong with you? Mm. Of course, it's really interesting how this, like, how this undead individual is talking like a preacher from a small town in the South, and I love how nobody is, like, saying, "Hey, dude, you might wanna sit down," but perhaps the people on the bus are being extra wise. The second I say that, the, conductor of the bus says, "Sit down to this crazy cooking nutball." Don't go near the guy that was standing in the middle don't go near the guy that was standing in the middle of the road causing your car accident in the first place. This is not smart, and that's why you don't do it. You're the slayer. You coulda boxed Courtney's ears in, but actually, wait a minute, that wouldn't been nice, so don't do that. Just go home and mope. Oh, and also, Owen does have, like, in sync hair, like spiky highlights. He's such uh, uh, he's just such uh, a product of his time with the spiky hair. Poor Giles, he has no life, man. Nope. I'm I sorry. I love how she doesn't give me even a chance to explain. She just, like, rattles off hoping that he won't say anything, and then she just leaves. It's so great. Oh, so great. So great. Oh. Guys, if you've been here, before, sometimes I Sometimes I continue talking about the previous scene as the new scene is playing, so you'll have to forgive me. But, yeah, that's the way I roll. By the way, the actor who played the master, at least in this first season, is wonderful. I don't know what his name is, but if anybody at home knows who the actor's name is, it's just great. I love how Xander is being like the least helpful, during, uh, during the small fashion show for Buffy, for Buffy to figure out what she has to wear during during her date with Owen. Eyes front, Xander, eyes front. What was he d like, was he going through oh my god. Was he going through their jewelry box? Why are what Oh, great. So I wonder what's gonna happen now. You just have to take your date to, um, then it's the Sunnydale mortuary. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love how Xander took the opportunity to sort of tell people that essentially Buffy is like a nun, and he doesn't want Owen to touch her. It's just great uh, because at this point in the show, Xander still has that thing for Buffy. He hasn't really learned how to love her as a friend yet. He loves her as a object. It's a great line. "If the apocalypse comes, beat me." Oh, something's gonna come up. Oh, by the way, guys, this is actually episode 5 of season 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. No. No, you should go with, Giles because Giles alone at a mortuary isn't, the safest of ideas. Oh, the music, guys. I love the music, if I haven't mentioned that before. God, the music is so fucking good. This guy's obsessed with death. Yay, that's wonderful. That's what a girl wants to hear on a first date. you don't know how you don't know how Buffy can relate to that fact is that there's a lot more important things in life than dating a guy that's obsessed with death. I'm not saying that she's gonna end up dating him, but you'll see. Buffy is always a girl shrouded in mystery, so I don't think you're alone, in that Owen not being able to figure her out. You got yes, but you know what? You gotta love Cordy's confidence here. No. Oof. This is not creepy at all, he said sarcastically. See, this is why Giles cannot go to any creepy place alone. I don't think that song that she's, singing on stage is on any Buffy soundtrack, by the way. I know that's a random comment to say, but I'm quite well versed in the music featured in, all Buffy seasons, and of course, the movie, since that was my first introduction to, the Buster. I was thinking if there are any small windows in the mortuary. Yep. How the hell is he gonna get out the window if it's barred? Like, Giles is not a shapeshifter. He's not a shapeshifter the last time I checked. Of course, he's not, he's not. We all know that he's not. You know, Cordy, instead of standing there, fixating on Buffy's date, why don't you just go off and get another crony? Like that guy. There's a there's a problem, Cord. Should I just mention it or should I let you discover it on your own? Awkward much? Uh, That's a good question. The fun you guys are thinking double because of the fun. See, that comment right there just shows you how off Owen is because he's down going to the Sunnydale funeral home. That does that ring any bells to anyone how strange this guy is? Because I think it does to me. I I love the shot here with Sarah and the actor and David in the background. It's such a good shot. Is it strange to anyone how the mortuary doesn't have any locks on how the mortuary is not locked at night? Of course, I understand writer's convenience, but still. She's busy, she's not mad. Also, the set design for this mortuary is fantastic, so I gotta give it up to the Buffy, set design team on this one, and it's genius that Giles decided to hide uh, uh, in the freezer. It's such a great move. How did he get up there? I love how Buffy gets blamed for bringing her date to the mortuary when it wasn't her idea in the first place. He just showed up. Oops. I love how their idea is to look through the freezers. Such a good idea. Ugh, ugh, that's gross. Window, is that a no, that's not okay. Oh, I thought that was a window, but that's that's a viewing room. This is a great moment here. I don't think so, my man. I don't think, dead bodies definitely don't do that, do they? Of course, guys, you gotta love the hick vampire. Gotta love him. Angel showing up right now would be a really, really good idea, but if Angel showed up right now, he would totally blow his identity of who he is. Because at this point, the gang and Buffy hasn't found out his biggest secret yet, so there is that to consider. So he can't just show up. Ouch. I wonder if that's gonna come in handy. That was actually a person, dude. Never kill, a Slayer's date. It's a very, very bad idea because 99% of the time, she's gonna kick your fucking ass like Buffy's doing right now. No, Buffy's just knocked he was just knocked out. Also, this goes into the misdirection for you because if he was the anointed one, he wouldn't have died that quickly. So the anointed one has to be somebody else who we're not expecting it to be. Uh, I don't know, guys. I mean, this birthday seemed pretty exciting. What do you guys think? Probably he's probably got a concussion. If you say something right now, she'll be liable to slug you on. No, actually, but you know what he said? Buffy needing someone who already knows her deepest, darkest secrets. There's somebody around like that already in her life, but she kinda doesn't already know it. She's gonna find it out quick, but at this point, she doesn't already know it. Wait a minute, is Owen not a one episode dweeb? No, he might be. The adventure. No. See, Buffy's on the right track here. Buffy wants somebody that wants to be with her, not because of who she is, not because of her job, but because of who she is. I mean, I know at home you're probably saying to me, "You know, Marcella, we get it," but I'm just trying to double down on the reasoning why Buffy doesn't want to be in a relationship with Owen in that way. And to be honest, guys, to be honest, guys, Owen is really kind of creepy. Also, this is a great way to sort of wrap up the episode and sort of make Giles kind of come to Buffy's level and to show that he understands and to show that he understands that being preordained to be the savior of the world can be really, really difficult. But I love the way that the writers made Giles relatable in that way, and they allowed Giles to open up a little bit about his path, his his path as, as a kid trying to come to grips with his, his sense of duty and his sense of greater purpose in being a watcher. Are we sure about that? I don't think we're I don't I think they might have spoken too soon about being rid of the Anointed One, if, uh if I do say so myself, but who knows? I could be wrong. You have no idea how much you will not know him. And there he is, the Anointed One. By the way, I don't blame this young actor, I blame the writers for making the Anointed One a thing and making the Anointed One into such a young character that was so stupid. Alright, guys, well, that'll do it for this watch along of Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1, Episode 5, Never Kill a Boy on the First Date. So, listen, guys, I really, really hope that you enjoyed my watch along. If you have managed to make it this far in the video, I would appreciate a like, a comment below. Tell me what you liked about this episode or tell me what you didn't like about this episode. But if you guys like hearing my voice talking about Buffy, and you guys want to hear my voice talking about other things as well, I do have a podcast called the Mixtape Podcast. It's a podcast on YouTube and pretty much any other podcast service out there, where me and a friend of mine talk about film from a writer's perspective. So, if you wouldn't mind, if you again, if you like, if you like hearing me talking about writing and and the way it's supposed to be, because I often do that on these streams even when I shouldn't. But if you want to hear me uh, uh, talk about film and entertainment more in depth, I would definitely recommend that you go over there. Again, we have a YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/, the Mixtape Podcast. As a matter of fact, I will put a link to the channel in the doobly doos below, so it'll be easier for those of you who want to check it out. But I guess that will do it. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far into the video, but as I say often, I'll see you when I see you.
So much happened here, and so much is about to.